All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Empty Out the Clip podcast, the EOTC. My name is Cams and I'm here with the Hala, West Auckland, with the brother in the house, Eddie and Leti. What's up, my usos?
Yo, what's up, usos?
Haha. Yeah, man, it's good to be here on another Friday
On Friday.
week, third episode of the year.
Yo,
We're gonna kickstart with some shoutouts. Let's go, Eddie.
yo, big shout out to my family, especially the Fruins and the Tupola over in Samoa, my Liston brothers, Westside Boxing Crew, Louis, PJ, Alex, and Alton and all the rest of them. Shout out to two of the boys that left work. One's gone to Aussie and one's gone to New World. Jaden Ayava and Ross Barnes, man. Good luck on your journeys. Smash it. Whatever goals that you guys set for your new workplaces. And just a special shout out to our comment section. Vailima 49, man. Shuffle always supporting us, man. It's been on for a while. DJ Ufa, man. That guy came in hot in the comments. Thank you so much, man. And the boy Hazza 248, man. Appreciate the love, Oos. But yeah, those are my shout outs.
Hi, Sus. Bro, I'm gonna start off with the David Downers, man. Massive condolences to my Trevor Reynos family over in Oz and in America. The passing of our auntie Georgina Rosa. She's like my old man's older sister, sort of raised in by their grandparents back in the day. She passed away last week, and her family service was on Wednesday, so I got to watch that live. Shout out to my niece Oksana for managing to share the link with me. And also to Maxine, Rachel, and my cousin Herman. So yeah, just deeply saddened day, just the start of the week, just hearing of Auntie's passing and just sort of like in the dark about what was happening in that. Yeah, but just grateful that technology gives us the opportunities to watch from afar. And then yeah, a happy 40th birthday to one of our day ones. My wife and I's day one to Rini Clark. She turned 40. We've done life with her for some time now. First met Rini when I was like 12. So that was a Henderson Intermediate, the greatest intermediate on earth. And she's pretty much been our friend since raising our small family as such. Yeah, I hope looking forward to hear where she spends her money for her 40th getaway, man. Called splashed out a few Ks on anywhere she wanted to go. So yeah, looking forward. Hopefully we get you guys want to roll with us. And then another one's to my two bros, Elia and Prince, who went down to Lake Karapiro for the Nationals Wakaama, representing the TNT the Tuesday and Thursday Watakari Outriggers Wakaama down here in Te Reti South. I didn't actually get up and watch the boys pedal, man. Like, even though it was like 8:45 on Thursday morning, but my wife said she managed to watch it from work, and just judging by the camera angles is always 2 or 3. So yeah, the club had lanes 6 and 7. But yeah, shout outs to those two, man. Like, I know my bro Elliot told us to get into it, and if we stick long enough, we might manage to get to our nationals. Considering their boats all over the age of 40, competing in the open men's, I just wanted to say congratulations and well done to putting the work in, man. So yeah, that wraps up my shout out to souls.
God, nice, Oos. Condolences, man.
Sure, boys. Yeah, just my usual shout outs to all the listeners of the WesWes Network and everyone that tunes into all our podcasts on there. Just go follow us on our website, www.weswesnet.com. There you can find all our blogs and links to our other podcasts. Also, check us out on the Empty Out the Clip Facebook page. It's your chance to go and offer some comments, throw in some articles, and we can discuss it on the podcast. That's the EOTC Empty Out the Clip Facebook page. And yeah, man, you can find all our stuff on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and our YouTube channel as well. Click like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. All our podcasts are on there as well. Sure, boys, for another episode. Kickstart with, how was your week?
Oh,
How's your week been?
man, work's been crazy, bro. It's like today I did a 12-hour, 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and then boxing, and then rushed to do this. So, it's been a hard week, man. Just been training with PJ, some of the boys, and been watching Leti doing his training, man. Bro, you're undercover stronger, eh, lady, you
No.
bastard. So just be watching that guy. Nah, man, just on that journey, man. Just trying to get fitter, get stronger, and work. So yeah, nah, man, it's been good. Like just being surrounded by people that are on the same journey is amazing. So yeah, but yeah, work's been hard and just watching Sopranos. But yeah, that's me, boys. How about you, Let's?
Oh, bro, being jobless, bro, it's like you think like the day's productive, but fuck, it's not, eh? So I just found myself sleeping until like 10:30, man. Like, what the hell? But I still gotta do my fails around the house. Nah, like you said, the training journey. You say this is week 2 down. That's been tough, man. Like I think when you hear the buzz, the vibe of man, learn to love it, or become natural, make it a habit. So like, man, I've been walking, and my wife's fucking like yelling at me, like, bro, you go for your walk. The person keeps reminding you, you go for your walk, go for your walk, bro. I wait for like the 11th time she tells me, are you going for your walk? And it's dark. Then I get up and start walking. And the whole time I'm walking, I'm annoyed. I'm like, fuck, I didn't want to go for a walk, eh? But it's not until like I walk like 2Ks. Then I'm like, off away. And then I'm like, man, I did this to myself, man. Fuck, struggling to breathe and just the sweating and the sore back, the sore calves. But I just found that like it's walking with one of the kids, man. As long as I'm walking with one of the kids, it's all right, Or if I'm walking with my wife and son, but I found that walking with my youngest girl, that's the drive for me, because she's like, you alright, Dad? And her natural walking is like sprinting, to me. It's like, yeah, you go. But I'm like, I'm struggling to breathe, you know what I mean? But I just found that if I walk with 2 of the younger ones, it's like, are we gonna stop at the shop? Okay, sorry. There's a guy with no job, I'm just holding on to whatever cash I got in my pocket. When I go find them, let them run us to the dairy, get them ice cream, and then we'll walk back. But it's been good, man. Like, I found like being sores, I don't miss it, but it's like it's good to get past the first and second week. So yeah, man, just trying to make it a habit, like they say. Otherwise, yeah, man, just trying to get past the soreness, which is that's the tough part. But now, week's been alright, man. He's still alive. It's grateful, But you, Cam, how's your week been also?
My first week of work for the year. Man, this is the longest week ever, man. I was like, what? And it's quite funny because on Monday, like, I was quite okay to go to work because, like, I haven't been to work in 3 weeks. So it was like rejuvenated sort of thing, So ready to get down and do some work again. But then I think it didn't last until Tuesday. Tuesday was like, shit, reality's kicking in.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck. So yeah, man, it's been a long week. I was glad it's Friday. And I was just thinking, man, this has been a long ass week, man. So I'm pretty happy we got some public holidays coming up in the next 3-4 weeks, So Auckland anniversary upcoming soon, and a Waitangi Day. So we're looking forward to that, boys.
Yo,
trying to get back into routine. I remember last week I spoke about like being real lazy and just doing nothing, and I think I needed to do that, just to do nothing, just do the podcast, and that was it, and just not think about anything else. But I'm now back in the routine and kind of starting to get things going again. So I had a long list of things to do last week, and now I'm just crushing them off one by one. So I think being back in the routine is good too. So some energy to do that, man. But yeah, man. But that's my week. Yeah. I think it's good to be back, but then it's not. But then let's see how this year goes, man.
The finals.
Nice.
So, boys, that's us for the week. Let's get into the topic. So, first one, man, I think everyone's been seeing on the news the LA fires. I think that's northwest part of LA. So, the northwest part, that's all the rich areas, though. So, you got Pacific Palisades, you got Malibu. And if you see the footage, man, you see the drone footage and the aerial footage, and how much acres of land affected they, like, it's devastation, man. Like, all those suburbs all gone, all burnt down there. It looks like someone dropped a bomb on it there. I think there's thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people being misplaced, nowhere to live. And it's been real sad. It's been all over the news. A lot of celebrities have done interviews because, it's a rich areas. A lot of celebrities live in those areas, so all their houses are gone. I think I saw Mel Gibson talk about his house is gone. But he was talking about how it's sort of like a good and bad thing. It's good. It's good that you can start over again. Like it's like a cleanse.
Mhm.
It's a cleanse thing. Everything's gone. You're sad that stuff is gone, but it's only stuff. And at the end of the day, it's only stuff. It's only things, and you're just happy that your family's safe and I'm safe. Then he goes on to say he's got a mansion in overseas in Costa Rica. It's like, oh yeah, okay, then fuck. But yeah, man, a lot of that going on. A lot of conspiracy theories too. Like, so the Republicans are blaming it all on the governor of California and the mayor of LA and all that kind of stuff because they're obviously Democrats, and so it's obvious attack on the political spectrum there, and especially with Trump and Elon Musk, they're saying that it's the fault of the management of the state. There's no water in the fire hydrants. Like the fire trucks are pulling up to the fire hydrants, and there's no water there.
Yeah.
And the conspiracy theory is that it's meant to be like that because they want those houses to be burnt down so they can build some intensified housing in the future. That's a conspiracy theory, but I don't know. It's all hearsay. But yeah, man, what are your guys' takes on the whole LA fires thing?
My thoughts is like the response, like natural disasters happen, and what proves a city, what proves a state is how they respond. And yeah, all the conspiracy theories came out first. A lot of people, especially from the Republican side, was blaming DEI, diversity, equality, inclusiveness, whatever. They were blaming how there were like people that weren't qualified in certain positions of power. But I don't want to dive too much into that. I just want to dive into the facts, man. And like 25 lives have been lost, man. That's 25 too many. As of the 17th of January, 12,000 buildings have been destroyed. 60 square miles or 38,000 acres are just demolished, man. And what helps with a response is money. Money talks, bro. Especially with natural disasters. I can talk from experience. I lost my sleep out when Auckland had the floods. So I know what it's like, man, to lose everything, man. It sucks, bro. But it's how you respond. Like I'm lucky enough I had insurance. And it took 6 months, but insurance came through and they paid money, but they can only like restore it to how it was. They can't help prevent it from happening again. And I just had a look at the budget. And since last year, $17.6 million was cut from the fire department for Los Angeles. And water was diverted away from the dams, which were used for the hydrants, to basically supply the cities. There used to be American Samoans shipped to LA, and their jobs were to go through the bush and clear out all the dry shrubs and stuff. That hasn't been done, bro, since COVID. So these dead trees that fall down, they're just been stacking up. Like it's like the perfect storm. You know what I mean? Conspiracy theories aside, it's like the perfect storm. It's like basically leaving a box of matches in the sun. You're just waiting for it to burst up. And because of these cuts, 75 fire trucks were awaiting repairs. That's 75 fire engines not even ready to go, bro. They're waiting for repairs because of these cuts. They had staffing issues, people working overtime. You got 45 to 55-year-olds doing overtime to cover for shifts because, they don't have the staff. The mayor wasn't even in the city when it happened. She was overseas, bro. So she's been scrutinized for that as well. And just with these budget cuts, bro. Why are they doing these budget cuts? Right? Since 2022, the US Congress approved $175 billion to Ukraine to help fight Russia. And you can't spare 17 million out of all those billions of dollars just to help the firefighters? As of April 2024, $95 billion was approved to go to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Solid, none of those countries have sent fire crews to help LA. None of those countries have sent fire crews to help LA. You know, I do agree, you know, you need to spend money in the global politics to help, you know, position yourself in power. But man, when your backyard's burning, bro, you know, you gotta divert money back. But yeah, that's my 10 minutes, man. That's my 10 cine, not 10 minutes on that, bro. It's just money's being diverted in the wrong spots, bro. How about you, Let's?
Totally, man. To be honest, it's like with all the flash buildings that they have out there, all the celebrities that live out there, like if you're like an insurance broker and you're gonna start checking like insurance claims at some of these people, you gotta ask, bro, will any of those houses or any of those buildings like safeguarding them? Like, had they prevented any of this? Like you're saying, if the bush was stacked up before they tried timber and it's just an accident waiting to happen, it feels like an inside job, man. It almost feels like they were waiting for something like this to happen so they can go through and cut costs and save insurances from paying out. Because I felt like, you know, it sort of just triggered me a little bit because it reminded me of the Auckland floods, man. Was the response ready to take on something as catastrophic as what the Auckland floods was, or was the city of LA even ready? Like, clearly they weren't. They like caught sitting on their hands, man.
Yo.
And if the mayor or the Senate went there to sort of get on the ground, because it almost felt like when we heard of this, like when it did start, it's almost like, oh, where's the 82 EVs of the LA? Like, where are these guys coming out and saying, oh, look, we can house these people, we can get people to safe zones where they're going to be protected. But man, it just seems like all these lives were taken because the city wasn't ready, you know. And I think if you're in those buildings that's supposed to be looking out for the city, man, the best interest is, man, if something happens, what's our response, you know? I think that's the sad part, man. Like, well, if LA was set up the way Auckland City is like, we pay taxes, we pay land rates, we pay water rates, we pay all these things for the infrastructure to live. But is any of that actually gonna help us apart from the council getting rubbish to come get collected every week? I don't know, man. I think the saddest part of it all is that we can only watch from afar, and clearly the city, like, I'm surely there's some actors that are like, man, stuff this, you know, like it's easy for them and they can just up and go. Like you said, Mel Gibson can just up and go and fly to his mansion that he's got all over the world, man. He's probably got 9 of them, you know, and this is one of them that was probably insured at least for like at least $10 billion. So I'll just sit on my hands and wait for the insurance to pay out, you know. Knowing, but I mean, you gotta think, man, like, you know, if it's that high up in the hills and it's close to the scrub fires, like, how would that fire been put out anyway? Or would you use helicopters? Because the fire trucks ain't gonna get there in time. So, there's a lot of that, you know, but just a sad time to be in LA. I'm just glad that my mate, Albie and Mark, that flew over to see their uncle for their 90th, made it out of LA and made it through back to San Fran safe, you know, so, yeah. It's sort of depressing to watch on the news, to be honest. Like, yeah, I think when I last tuned in, it was like 16 deaths. But man, if that's gone up again, man, Kalofai, LA. Yeah, that's my 5 cents.
Yeah, there's been a lot of disruption of sports too. So I think NFL, we're in the playoffs now. It's round 1 in the playoffs in NFL, and LA Chargers and LA Rams both play in LA at SoFi Stadium. They've had to go in because they've got 2 home games because they're higher on the ladder, so they both got home games. But because of the fires, they had to move. So let's move to the other team's home to play their game. But yeah, so disruption in the sport. I think some games, some LA Lakers games got postponed. LA Clippers, they got postponed too. But yeah, I think what you guys were saying is spot on. Like, to manage a city, to be a mayor of a city, governor of a state, you gotta make sure that, you know, the people are safe. Make sure that when disasters happen, you're prepared, right?
You're ready, yeah.
You're ready and prepared. Like, I remember Leti spoke about being prepared for Tamasina when they had that altercation at the hotel, and they weren't even prepared for that. You know, they never had any security there just in case something might happen. Like, this is the same sort of thing. Like, they probably put first priority putting funds into something that's not even really important, right? And they say, "Oh, nah, we'll take the money out of this and put it here because nothing bad will happen." And then next minute something bad happens. It's like when I don't know if you guys saw the joke about, because the Golden Globes was on the day before the fire started, and the girl that did the opening monologue on the Golden Globes, she made a joke. She made a joke about a scoreboard. You know, when you go up and accept your award and you thank God or you thank your family or you thank the director and the producers, she did a scoreboard on the people that thank, who they thank. And the crew, the movie crew gets 5 points, mum and dad gets 10 points, and God gets 0. Because no one says thanks God anymore when they go accept the award. And so the next day the fires happen. So like the Christians were standing up saying, "See, that's what happens if you make a joke about God. It comes and burns down your area." But yeah, man, I think the whole thing is dodgy in terms of taking money out and putting it somewhere where it's not really important. But that's America for you, man. Like, I mean, remember when the Hurricane Katrina happened at New Orleans? And look how long it took for them to do anything about it. That was when George Bush was the president, right? Yeah. And it's like they didn't even care. It was like all these homes, because they were poor areas, they got affected. They were still underwater for like weeks, and there's no help. You know, it was like, what? So, again, it's America, no surprise. You know, it's a capitalist country. Like, the dollar is king over there. You know, if you can make money with money, then they'll do that rather than do something else. Yeah. So it's sad to live in a country where they don't really care about you unless you have money, right? So, and this is no exception too. I mean,
cash is king.
Cash is king over there, and if you don't have cash, then they don't want to hear about you. You know, they'll let you go live in a tent underneath the motorway bridge, and they'll, oh yeah, you can go there. We don't need to help you or anything, you know. But yeah, it's amazing how much, man, damage. And if you see the footage, like, oh my gosh, like a war zone. Yeah. And it's just from a natural fire. I'm just thinking, man, maybe what they gotta do is ring up Australia and get some Aborigines over there and show them how to like do the bushfires, control the bushfires and all that. And maybe they won't have that problem anymore. But that thing you said, Eddie, about how they were supposed to go clear up the dry trees and that, and they didn't even do that. They just stacked them up. It's like, what? It's like, do you guys know what you're doing? So it's sad. It's sad to see what happened. But then when you look at how it happened and what they're doing about it, and the factors that led into it, and there's nothing in place to avoid this, and you wonder, man, maybe they deserve it. Or maybe they don't deserve it, I don't know, but clearly it's mismanagement of the whole thing, and clearly
negligence.
It's negligence. But is anyone gonna take the blame? No. Is anyone gonna get in trouble for it? No. Is anyone gonna take responsibility for this? No. Just like no one took responsibility with the financial crisis, with the mortgage loans, and people around the world lost their money, but the people that made up those financial laws, they got rich out of it. So, yeah. Any more on that, guys?
No, I just want to make a shout out to the fire service, the firefighters that are fighting it, man. God bless you all. You know, doing the good work. Police officers, the National Guard, maintaining peace from the looters and all that, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Sick.
So, boys, moving on, topic 2. So, I think you posted up you posted up an article that came in the Herald. This is back home now. So, Nadene Lomu, Jonah Lomu's widow and their sons, got kicked out of a tennis club because their coach, who was their grandfather, never had the right coach credentials to actually be at this tennis club. So, yeah, they sort of got denied entry. So she complained to the Herald about how these kids that just want to be the best they can be, like pursuing their dream of being tennis players, right? And to be denied by something stupid like a rule that doesn't make sense. they say it's not fair.
Like I said on the Empty Out the Clip Facebook page, man, Auckland Tennis and Auckland Rugby sit at the same table, man. Bunch of old white boys, old boys club who just when's the last time you saw an Islander playing tennis and he did really well? It's like you don't hear of it, man. You don't hear of it. You can go in the secondary schools and you can see the talent. You can see the talent there. Come out of St. Kitts, come out of Custon, come out of some other old boys schools all over Auckland. But you never see it at club level, man. That's a fact, man. I think on Koro's part, why did he try and ring for? Why ring? I mean, all it's done is expose Auckland tennis and sort of the treatment towards obviously Islanders and not qualified coaching staff. But I mean, it all starts at home, man. Before you go chuck your money away at someone who's gonna better your kid's game, like I don't know, was there any signage anywhere at the tennis club that said that you weren't allowed there? Because they obviously went and asked the other coaches if the anyone was using the court, and they said, "Nah, it's all good. Go ahead." I sort of felt like she was maybe using her last name just to flex a bit, because for it to end up in the Herald, I almost feel like, not do you know who my husband is? Because everyone's got to do that one. It's like, I think if she wanted to go that route, she should have found out where the head office was and gone and done it in there, and then done it in the Herald. It would have a lot more weight. But yeah, I think if the boys want to play tennis, man, like I hope there's a King Richard story that comes out of this, like Venus and Serena Williams, man, and these two boys go all the way, or even better, go represent another country. And then New Zealand and Auckland tennis finds out, man, because New Zealand's the best at it, man. We're the best at fucking losing the best talent, Even though the talent's homebred here, it's like, oh man, Auckland tennis, man, need an uppercut, bro. That's my 5 cents. It's actually annoying me just thinking about it. But yeah, it's a bunch of white boys club, man. What about you, Eddie? What do you think?
Oh, damn. Yeah, I think he called just to try and do the right thing and end up getting burnt. Yeah, it kind of got blew out of proportion. Maybe she is flexing husband's last name, the late great Jonah Lomu. But I was trying to look at from two perspectives. And before I go to the perspectives, man, wouldn't it be nice to see Islanders excel in sports that's not traditionally our forte, Shout out to Miss Iava in Australia, who's been smashing it in the tennis. She's been body shamed because she's quite a big build. Not massive, but solid build, which is not traditionally their build for tennis. She looks like she could smack around a volleyball, it's like crazy talent coming out of Australia. But yeah, trying to look at the two perspectives. From a professional point of view, they probably didn't want an amateur coach to show off his, kind of his kids at their venue. Maybe it might bring down the name, but it just seems stupid. But yeah, it's like from a professional standpoint, they need the coaches to coach raw talent into a skillful player, giving the tools needed to beat the competition. Time is money in those places, so people pay for quality coaches to teach, and the 5 P's is always there. Proper practice prevents poor performance. But for me, I was looking at through the family's perspective. This is a granddad spending quality time with his kids, and there's nothing more to it. He's passing his experience to his next generation, basically his grandkids. He's invested 3 years teaching them, and there's nothing wrong with taking the kids, to anywhere. Doesn't matter if it's like a flash ass sports facility or just a tennis court down the road. There's nothing wrong with it. He's just creating memories with his 2 grandkids. And he decided to do the right thing, to call up. And, just to make sure everything's fine. Because I think he tried to pay for court, but the app wasn't working. So he called up to do the right thing. He didn't just go to the thing and, and then the person just, look, you don't have the right credentials to blah 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 to use our facility, blah blah. The guy on the other end was viewing from a professional standpoint. So it's kind of like family versus professionalism. It was just clashing, and I thought it got blew out of proportion. But that's what happens. When you do the right thing, I guess. So how do we, as Pacific Islanders, excel in these sports where there's just these dudes that gatekeep, basically stopping us from being great? You know what I mean? The guy on the outside, he could have viewed it from a professional side and be like, you don't have the right credentials, but just go, just use the court. It's all good. Just don't tell anyone. That's easy. That's simple. But nah, he had to go that route. He had to stick his nose up and be like, look, you don't have the right credentials, mate. Come on, bro. But yeah. How about you, Cams?
Yeah, so first thing I want to say is Nadene Lomu, and big ups to her for trying to fight with that lawyer stuff, getting the Lomu name back to her kids with the business, all that fiasco with Jonah Lomu shaking the hand, signing the contract with the lawyer, and nothing goes back to the kids, and that's wrong. And big ups for Nadene Lomu to come out and speak about that and try to fight that, because as a mother to your kids, what's rightfully theirs, their father's not here, but their father has left his legacy, and absolutely the kids should have that legacy, right?
Yeah.
So it's good that she spoke out and used her name to try to get that back for her kids, and that's a really good thing. This thing though, yeah, it's a bit of what you said. It's about using the name to get something back for the tennis. And let's talk about being a victim here. Of course, she's a victim. Her kids are a victim of that lawyer stuff. I don't think she's a victim of this tennis stuff. I don't think so. I mean, come on, how many tennis courts out there? How many tennis courts out there in Auckland? How many free ones out there in Auckland that you can go play? Go play. I mean, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for anything to be great. You gotta practice. Doesn't matter where you practice. At least you're practicing. Look at, I said, I put a comment on the Chat the Clip Facebook chat. Look at Serena Williams and Venus Williams, what they had to go through when they were kids. If you watch that film, the movie about them, they were just practicing in the hood. The dad was just so passionate about tennis, trying to get his kids to play tennis all the time, and look what they started from, playing in the hood all that time until they got good, and then they caught the eye of the professionals and they went to that club, but what are you gonna do first? You're gonna be good first, right? But the kids are still young, they're still training, so there's no excuse. It doesn't have to be a flash place like this. And I get it, it is a flash place. The courts might be better to jump on, and the ball, it's better than asphalt. That most of the courts that are free around the city or asphalt, these are proper tennis courts, right? It's better to play on. But I get all that. But rules are rules sometimes, and you gotta try and go around those rules if you need to, in a way where if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But there's no excuse to give up or, so what? You can't coach your kids tennis anymore? Of course you can. Mm-hmm. Of course you can. You can go somewhere else and go coach them. There's no excuse. So, yeah, I don't agree, because are we talking about special treatment here? No, we're not talking about special treatment here. We're talking about every single person out there has the opportunity to play tennis, practice tennis. If you say no somewhere, you can go to somewhere that people say yes. There's nothing stopping you from still playing tennis. So, yeah, it's a hard one, because I understand. But at the same time, this ain't a story, man. Hero blasted us up like it was a big deal, and there's nothing. And what makes it worse for me is that this is off the back of the whole lawyer thing, which is valid. The lawyer thing is valid. The lawyer thing, that's the thing that we should be outraged upon. Not this. Fuck. You don't get to play tennis. Fuck. So, yeah. It's, I think it's clickbait. I think this is clickbait for the Herald.
Distraction. Yeah.
I think it's a clickbait. It's a non-story. it's probably a distraction for the real story, which is the lawyer thing. That's the real story. That's the stuff that they are victims of. Not, I don't think this is a victim thing. They're trying to make it out to be, like she said on the article, how she felt. Like, these are Jonah Lomu's kids. They need to fulfill their dreams. It's like, go fulfill their dreams. Go. You can still do it. What's stopping you? Like this flash place in Auckland tennis is stopping you. So what? Now you can't. Is that what you're saying? Now they can't fulfill their dreams now because you never got accepted to play on this particular court? Come on, man. Nah. Just keep on going, man. Keep on going.
I get the how Auckland tennis has sort of put a stop to like letting people go down, like even if you are paying, because there would be something like, you know, I'm a private tennis coach. I pay a fee to use the courts. When I book the courts, a bit of that tuition fee goes towards using the courts and the maintenance of the grounds and stuff. Where that makes a lot of sense, you know. And but I think Nadine's thinking of it like, we have the Trust Stadium, right? And the All Blacks come and use our Trust Stadium, but we don't have liquor in our supermarkets, right? So I think she's coming from that point of view, like, how dare the All Blacks black out the sides of the cages and that when it's, you know, West Auckland's you know, lack of liquor in the supermarkets. They just go use our field, you know. They should be paying a fee. If that's a different conversation, but I think maybe that could be part of it, you know. Like, that should be the same with the tennis courts. Everyone can use it, but I mean, if you're gonna make kids pay for your services, bro, the place needs to be mint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to be paying and then down in here at Terry Moana primary school and Asher just lifting in the corners, so, you know, stuff like that. So it's a good fight though. I think her versus the White Boys Club.
Yeah. Or even have like a members only sign up. You know?
Yeah.
If you know, or have the sign up coaches must have credentials, or have like Saturday and Sunday be family only days. You know, it's the guy who answered the phone from the granddad. He should have just, hey, yo, just don't tell anyone. Just, you know, go do it. But the man had to open up the manual.
The male version of a Karen, that's that guy.
Oh,
That's on the phone.
Baron or Baron. Oh,
Karen.
fucking
Barry.
Barons.
It's
Jeff,
Jeffrey.
lang anything, eh? My little Karen, my little Barons.
Oh, now I know where the best tennis court is. I'll try and book a session.
Fellow credentials.
Okay, boys, moving on. Our next topic. So,
Oh, the wedding.
Mele Hala is a woman that worked at Briscoes, and she scammed Briscoes out of $60,000 for 8 months she was there, and that equated to $7,000 a month for 8 months. That she got caught, right, and she got fired. Well, she actually got let go, but the charges didn't come until a year later, eh? Or something like that.
Yeah.
So, and the way she got caught, what she did to scam Briscoes out of $60,000, it's truly something. It's amazing, eh? Like, man, who would think of this kind of stuff? But she obviously did, and she did it. Yeah, man, I'll get your thoughts on this. I'll start with you, Eddie.
Man, it's just the scam itself, man. It's like something out of Ocean's 11. It was like Mission Impossible, man. But like, it's not an isolated incident. It's you know, it's happening in our communities where we have these lavish feasts, and we live beyond our means, and you know, we go into credit card debt quite easily. You know, we're sending money overseas. But man, this lady, like, the money for the wedding, those must have been huge. Like, who are you marrying, man? Like a prince or something? But nah, man. Like, we fall under cultural pressures. You know, we don't really live within our means. We tend to flaunt on social media. And I think it's pride and trying to please our family. You know, like, oh no, we'll cover that. Don't worry, we'll cover that. You know, like stuff like that, man. And I've, you know, she got caught. You know, you do the crime, do the time. But I do feel for her a little bit. Like, you know, I don't condone what she did. But I do understand the pressures from our culture, especially doing celebrations and stuff. And it's just, man, you just gotta, you know, you gotta talk to your family more, communicate, like work as a team. It's like that saying from Game of Thrones, man. In winter, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. But yeah, that's my 5 cents on that. Short and sweet.
Man, I think, bro, she deserves a round of applause, man. Like, I think the court would have come down hard on her because it's that when you're put in a position of trust and knowing that, like, you know, if say for example, if you weren't told that, she's obviously, like, you know, no matter what she's done, she's robbed them. She's robbed them, and she's obviously taken this money, but it's just the way she's done it. You know, it's real smart. It's like the smartest way you can pretty much scam your employer, right? You know, because these were false invoices, rebates. So if you think about a rebate, like, you know, you buy something, you take it back, the customer wants a refund, but where the items were coming, you know what I mean? And at the disclosure of whoever serving you and handing that money over, then transferring the funds into an account. The work she done was magnificent, man. Like, you got to give her an award, because when do you hear of that? You know, you only hear of that sort of shit when you're doing, like, if you're doing IT and talking about scammers. But she's clearly done it and getting paid on top of being paid on an hourly rate. You know what I mean? And $7,000 a month, fuck, she's the man, bro. I mean, Briscoe, you know, get a couple countdown, like, get a couple Briscoe, man, you know? So I think the breakdown of her wedding and, like, whatever it was, that's where I'm like, what the fuck? An $8,000 wedding dress? Are you only gonna wear it just for the night? That's a stupid way to spend the money, man. And, like, you know, the catering, bro, like, how many people coming to a wedding? Like 4,000? Like, shit, man. The fact that it was premeditated, because it's overtime, so she obviously gave herself a year to come up with this money. But all I can say to her, man, it's like, man, your partner must be kaya, man. Like, fuck, why couldn't you just go get a third job or something, you know? Because, now that this is going to be a stain on her name, and hopefully she changes her name by the time she's married and they goes through the courts and all that shit, man, because that's sad, eh? But, I mean, good on her, bro. Like, I think, like, if you can get away with it, it's like the crime is not in the doing, it's getting caught, eh? And God, if she got caught, but, bro, to get away with it for that long before she got investigated, man, just like the article said, man, she just got greedy, yo.
Yeah.
She just got greedy. Like, 50K, yeah, no, man, that's enough. I'll still another 7K, you know? Fuck. It's then when you have that moment, eh, you fucked up, man. Oh, shit. It's not right, man. It's like on all the movies as well, eh, when they go back for one last hurrah, you know? It's like on Fast and Furious, man. The truck was going, they were driving straight. They still went and robbed the truck, and then, Glenn was hanging from the wire cable on the truck. They got greedy, man. Yeah, that's my 5 cents, man.
Leti, do you reckon they should rehire and, like, put her in a department where they prevent this from happening?
Really, like American Gangster? Yeah, why not?
Yo.
Because she obviously seen the flaws in it, man. Like, in their system.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if anything, someone
That'd be the ultimate redemption.
Get in contact with her and then put it out to other places, because there'll be other places you could do it as well. Like, there's be a hole in their system.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, she obviously deserves a pat on the back, bro. She just exposed a multi-billion-dollar corporation in New Zealand that's got a flaw in the way they trade. So good on her, man.
I think insurance companies have a fraud department where they hire people to look out for this sort of thing, stuff. So maybe that would be a good job for her, right?
Well, I reckon her investigation would have been picked up by an auditor. Would have been an auditor who would have looked at the books. Like, you know, they would have tried to see, okay, why he's, like, this is where he's trading on the account, and then why all of a sudden there's a missing of, like, you know, deduction. Like, why are we in here? Then why are we minus here? And then put it together, and then seeing who's the one linked to doing the paperwork, you know?
Or better yet, how come the store has all these returns?
And then where are they? Well, see, that's the thing. Then where are they, though? Or was she simply just buying secondhand goods, scanning it back through, and then rebating it? Like, fuck, that's freaking clever, man.
Yeah.
I think there's a thing in mob movies when they say skim off the top. And that's what you're supposed to do, eh? Just take enough that they don't notice.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
just take enough that they don't notice. And she just took too much, man, and they just notice.
Still, very brilliant, man. Like,
Skim half the cup.
But the thing that comes to mind is that saying, quit while you're ahead. And obviously she didn't. But man, 7K. You know what? I'm going to say that I don't buy the wedding story. Because that's too much money for a wedding. You know, we can all see it. We can all break it down and think, hey, why do you need an $8,000 dress? Might be a story she told just to make them feel sorry. I don't know. But that's what it sounds to me. Because $7,000 a month. And she was doing it. Like, what it takes for her to do it, right? So she has to make up a name. She has to make up an email. She has to grab a product and type it up and then put it in the reimbursement thing and take the money and put it into her account. You know, it's all recorded like that. So if she does get caught, eventually she got caught, but there's a lot of trails there, right? If you get caught, it's easy to find out who did it with the trail and all that. But you can't get out of your way to do all that stuff. And man, she just got away for the first time. Did it again, and a month goes past. Oh man, this is too easy. I'll do it again. 7K a month. You know, she's on cloud 9 with the scamming. You know, like there's no like stop. It's like, oh, I need X amount of money for the wedding. I'll stop here, but nah, she just carried on, and she did admit she got too greedy. But it's a scam that impressed me when I was reading it. I was like, wow. But smart, she is smart.
Yeah.
It's a pity that she didn't use the smarts for anything good.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's I hope she learns a lesson. I don't think she got jail time, eh? She's just got a
Ankle bracelet.
ankle bracelet, eh?
Yeah.
Community work. And she has to pay that money back. So but it's interesting that Briscoes didn't do anything, eh? They just let her go and that was it. And obviously they looked at the case again and the managers of Briscoes or whatever, the CEO or whatever, said, nah, that's too much money. We gotta take her down for that. Let's call the police and blah blah blah. That's what led her to her ankle bracelet. But a year later,
The Briscoe lady was nice.
yeah. But because I did. You remember when I told you guys I bought that microwave Boxing Day at Briscoes? Because they asked for your email as a they don't give you a receipt. They email you the receipt.
Oh.
So I don't know if too much data is a bad thing. It is, eh? If you give up too much information. But it goes to show this day and age with FPOS and apps on your Google Pay apps and your PayWave apps on your phone, FPOS especially, everything's down on paper. Everything is digital. So there's a trail. You know, if they need to find something, they'll find you. They'll follow your trail. They know your bank account. You know, they know how much money you got on your bank. They know what's going in and out. If you're doing anything dodgy with too much money, where'd you get that 100 grand just all of a sudden? You know, like you don't have a job that pays that. Where'd you get that 100 grand? Like the evidence is all there this day and age. So yeah, it's a bit tricky these days, eh? To get away with anything.
Thanks.
Sweet boys, we got some local news now.
Yep.
Take
Just
it away.
gonna rapid fire these local news just for 2 minutes. There's a leadership scandal in Samoa. Deputy Police Commissioner under investigation. Disney facing lawsuits over Moana plagiarism claims. The Royal Australian College of Physicians have apologized for racially screening potential pediatricians. 17-year-old with 3 others robbed Michael Hill Jewelers, fled with $378,000 worth of jewelry, avoids prison time. And Club and Venue in Christchurch facing racial claims, giving discounted tickets to Māori and Pacifica. So those are your local news, guys. Seki.
Thank you. I saw that last one on the paper, and I was thinking, hey man, if I get a discount, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah.
But you know who should be complaining is the white people. They should be complaining.
Yo.
But you know, if you're gonna put down the price for my race, I'm not gonna complain, man.
You know when you buy paint at the paint shop and you get to pick those colors? Do they stand at the door with those colors and they check your skin? Your shade 5, that's a $10 discount.
But that's affirmative action thing, in the States where they give black people a lesser result to get into stuff. Like I think the university pass mark is lower for black people, if they're there.
Oh damn, yo.
Yeah, like to get into university, like the pass mark is lower.
Yeah.
And that angers a lot of people over there. Like, why do they get special treatment? Blah blah. Oh, because of slaves and all that. Like, you know, you need a head start. Blah blah blah. That kind of stuff. And I get it, because we get that stuff here too, Like, you know, certain things, you know.
Yeah.
As Pacifica in New Zealand, we get like some extra stuff, like free stuff, or maybe more help with things like that. And I get how the white people like complain about that, especially with Maori. Man, they're the worst when it comes to Maori. Like they hate that stuff. They hate it. But you know, I get it too, because you know you want to be rewarded for your credentials rather than your race.
Yep.
You know, if you're qualified, then you should be there if you're qualified, right? Not because of the color of your skin, and the person more qualified can't get in. Like, I think that's not fair. But I don't know. I'm not gonna complain if I get a handout. I'm not gonna complain. Yeah.
Sick.
So you boys, what's we been watching? Where you up to in Sopranos, bro?
Man. So Paulie and Christopher, they went to go collect the money off this Russian dude, Slava's boys. So they end up having a fight over the remote. And then they tie him up thinking he's dead, take him to the snow bush, whatever. And the man runs off. And like Tony finds out that he's killed like 50 Chechen rebels. So like I'm up to that part where they just found this truck and they're eating the sauces. Meadows dating Jackie Jr. Yeah, April. So that guy, man. That guy's like plays two faces. He's like nice in front of the family. The man's at Bada Bing selling ecstasy and whatnot.
Didn't tell him give him a hiding in the toilet.
Yeah. And then Tony's cheating with this new chick. The other patient, the one that went to Morocco, the car salesman, So they've been going at it. So yeah. And then like the man lies when he goes to his therapy sessions, Goes, I'm feeling happy all of a sudden. I think it's the therapy. I think it's working, you know. Wife's happy. I think it's the therapy. And he's like giving her extra money and stuff. You know, here's the extra, you know. Man, that guy's a sweet talker, bro. But yeah, that's all I've been watching, Just Sopranos and a little bit of YouTube here and there. But that's me. What about you guys? What are you guys watching?
Bro, I just wanted to just say a shout out to my also Clay Wong. This is the Asian dude that got blocked from coming in, bro.
Oh, yo.
He created the I think it was New Year's Eve, like all the jappers and just a car meet, and bro, probably 1,000 cars showed up down at Key Street at the mobile. So it was like old school, you know what I mean? And yeah, so he made another one on Instagram and told everyone to meet in Tauranga, but he got denied access into the country. So he actually flew from Melbourne to Sydney, went to go check in, and then it obviously come up access denied. New Zealand refused entry on a character. We have some issue with the way he's been posting footage. So he obviously heard about how Speedy got done with his one because he was recording in it, and then immigration obviously stepped in and said you need to apply for a visa. So that's what he's had to do now. Was that? So while he was on his way, there's nothing he could do. I think it's one of those you need to be careful. So anyone who's obviously creating content and posting it on YouTube, funnily enough, like this guy was obviously flew under the radar. Like if you watch some of the videos, he's not speeding or anything. It's just the content that he's creating, and so it's obviously been picked up by the immigration and just caused him to not be able to come in, even though he's an Australian citizen. So yeah, that's pretty rough. To apply for a visa is going to cost him like 2 to 3K, and then there's 20 days waiting just to get into the country, man. So that's been crack up because he's been posting the conversations online as well for people to see. Now I've been watching that, and then I started watching Beast Games, bro, with my kids. So it's like opportunity to win $5 million. It's like 1,000 people, and then every episode they like knock a certain number off. So I think it's like 6 episodes, which is pretty cool, man. Gave someone the opportunity to win like this tropical island that's worth about 1.8 mil. So if you're into like game shows that like where they test you by asking you if you want to take the money or stay, or like take the money or and it gets real hard, man, because obviously people are put in a situation where they have to choose over the money or their integrity, and it's funny, bro. Like 9 times out of 10, it's the integrity. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, no, I'm a man on my word, and then they get knocked off in the next round. So I'll be watching that. That's pretty hard case, man. And then in the car ones, I've been watching this guy Jake, his Jake Chop Chop. So he's over in Australia. He does car content as well. He's working on 2 LS2 Utes Holden. They're like hardcover Utes. But he's been working on them for some time now. It's like just he's like one of those guys who fixes up cars and flicks them off. So that guy, I love that guy's content. And then the same old Cooking with Rena, the Full family. The man chef, bro, he's on dialysis now, so he's got the tubes hanging out of his neck. I think there's like 2 places you can have the tubes in your neck and in your mangava. So that guy will be probably on the dialysis bag, hopefully when they either move the tube out of his neck and into his mangava. And then the last thing I'll be watching is just all the backlash from the Straight Outta Compton, man, and around the contracts with Dr. Dre and Eazy-E, and then the whole Eazy-E and Suge Knight stuff. It's been crazy, man. It's a shitload of videos there, and a lot of people saying how all of that was bullshit, like on the movie. Just how Eazy-E was like stood over and stuff, because a lot of people, even the guy Kiwi D, the guy who was Tupac's murders, come out and saying like all of that shit on the movie was like all rubbish, because Eazy-E had like a lot of backing from the Mexican mafia and then the Southside Crips. So, bro, it's like being pretty good, eh? Like, I think the algorithm, once you type it in, bro, there's a whole lot of videos on a lot of people saying how Eazy-E was like pretty generous with his money, apart from the guys in NWA, and then just his the breakdown of him and the fallout with Death Row. But that's what I've been watching.
Sure, boys. I'm watching this new series. Hey, it's on Neon on Sky. It's called The Pit, and it's a medical drama from the States. So it's, remember the program ER? So it's like ER, but without all the soap opera shit. It's straight. It's a TV show. But it stars if you remember, George Clooney was on ER, but George Clooney's offsider, Dr. Carter, I think his name was. He's that actor. He plays the main actor in this new one. But it's like I don't know if you guys watched that spy program 24 with Kiefer Sutherland.
Yep.
So this is a similar sort of thing where there's 11 episodes, but each episode is 1 hour in that shift. So the first episode is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and the second episode is from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and it's 11-hour shift. So the show is about what happens in the ER room within that time, within that one shift.
Yeah.
And man, it's fascinating, eh? And it's awesome, eh? It's a good show, eh? And it's full on. Like, if you imagine emergency room in a hospital, the waiting room is chock-a-block, jam-packed of sick people. And that's early in the morning, right? And some of them probably been there since overnight, right? Waiting to get in. Because if you're not priority, you get put in the waiting room, right? And if emergency comes in, then they get first priority. But the problem is, there's emergency coming in every half an hour, every 20 minutes. So these poor people who are sick, who don't get priority, have to wait there until it's free. But the thing is, it's never free. And that's America for you, eh? Like, because there's guns over there. So there's gun violence. But anyway, But the show's about what goes on in the emergency room during that time. But it's fiction, so it's all dramatized and all that. But the doctor, man, you just get a feel for what it's like to be a doctor in America. And man, the amount of people you see, it's hectic, eh? And they've only got 3 episodes out, so I'm up to date. So I'm already 3 hours in the shift, and man, there's heaps of stuff already. There's already someone has died, you know, and yeah, it's a cool show, eh? It keeps you up, eh? Because a lot of things happening. So he's the doctor, and he's the main doctor. So he's the guy that's in charge of the whole shift, and there's other doctors under him, and then the student doctors too. So he has to manage them too, and manage the patients that come in. But there's all sorts of patients that come in. There's a gunshot guy that comes in. There's drug overdoses that come in. There's a girl that got pushed into the subway, and the train ran over her foot. So they had to put her foot back. But she can't speak English. And they don't know what language she speaks, so they have to figure all that out. And then they deal with, but the sad one is like, the sad stuff is like when like a kid comes in, like a teenage kid, and he's overdosed on drugs, and he's with the parents, right? And there's nothing they can do about it. And then he's brain dead, but the parents won't give up. They're like, you gotta do something, man. Do something. Oh, we can't do anything, but we can do this, but it probably won't work. I'll just do it anyway. But they need the bed. They need the bed because other people are trying to come in too. You know, it's like real heartbreaking, some of the stuff. But it's a good show. It's called The Pit. It's on Sky. It's on Neon, and there's 3 episodes out, and so there's 7 more to go, or 8 more to go.
Nice.
But I'm enjoying it. It's good. It's a good show. It's good. It makes you don't want to be a doctor, or makes you think appreciate a doctor. Hey, appreciate those doctors, especially in America, man. Because man, he's a bad shit over there. Like I don't think there's bad shit here, but no way near as bad over there, eh? Like, but it's cool because you see the technology as well, how they treat the patients when they come in. It's all a team effort because they all come in, they do their job, and it's real quick too. They diagnose the patient real fast. And then they ask questions, and then they get the answers. Then they know what to do, and then they do it. And then the main doctor, he's just at the back, just making sure everything's okay. And then when you feel that everything is fine, they can go forward. He leaves. Okay, I gotta go over here.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah, go somewhere else. And it's full on, man, because it's always happening. Like there's patients all the time, man. It's crazy.
Sounds like shoulder shooters.
Yeah. Yeah, so now I'm enjoying that one right now, eh? The Pit. And I also watched this documentary on the Grace Millane. Remember her? She's the British girl backpacker that got stuffed in the suitcase.
Yeah.
Thrown out in the buried in the White Seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this documentary was about the guy that killed her, and how he gets caught, and how like, man, you know how there's like CCTV all over the city.
Yeah. Is this the Grace Millane one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it, yeah.
The Grace Millane one, but they showed our footage of the interview with the guy, and he's telling his story, his side of the story, but the cops already got the CCTV, and it shows a different story, man. And he's just like confident, and he's telling the story, and it's all wrong because they already do.
That's
Solid, man. And the cop keeps a straight face, eh?
Yeah.
While he's doing the...
He's crying.
Yeah, and like, I like when he shows the video, eh? He's like, so that's you?
Yeah.
Yes. So you said you turned left on the street, but you continue on with Grace Millane. I believe so.
He got mowed, man. That's the baddest. He got mowed, eh? Like, that's cracking up. Like, I was cracking up because
all the stuff, man. The cleaning stuff to come, man.
Wow. I can't believe he's still lying, eh? Like,
Still lying.
It was right there. The evidence right there, and he's nah. I still believe I was there. Like, oh come on, mate. He's just got mowed, mate.
Even when he met the other girl, and he was telling him, telling her how, hey, I've got friends that are cops, and they're telling me how easy it is to hide bodies, and so you're a sick cunt, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, the CCTV follows him to warehouse, grabs the suitcase, and then there's check his phone, and he's googled how to dispose of a body. Come on, man, he just got mowed hard, man.
Yo,
Keep a straight face now,
bro, nah, man. That cop, bro, he's the man, G. Man, you got molded, man.
See, man, that's why the digital age, man, you can't hide, man. CCTV on the streets.
Yo,
The digital footprint get you in trouble, man. So, your boys, Fia Poko of the week. Who we got? Let's.
Man, coming out of the woodworks, bro. It's been a minute since we've seen this guy. But this guy is obviously none other than Mr. Punk Bullet, and he gives us 5 cents on the Los Angeles fires. If you want to just play a minute of what he's saying, because I could only last a minute just hearing the amount of ghetto coming out of this guy's mouth.
All knows that there is a big fire going on in America, in a Hollywood place, Los Angeles, California. You know, a lot of witnesses saying because Golden Globe Awards, the Hollywood stars they mock and joke about the gold. It's not good. Now there's a big fire going on in America. And I want to know. Where the hell is Superman? Where is Batman? Where is Spider-Man? The one that go like this. Where is Ant-Man? Where is Power Ranger? Where is Ninja Turtle? Where is Incredible Hulk?
What did you say?
Where is Avengers? These are the questions. Because every time we watch the superhero movie, he says, this superhero is going to save our city. He's going to save the people, the humanity. Now, we all know it's not real. I am not watching any more superhero movie from now on. They are not savior. There's only one true savior. And that is Jesus Christ, my friend.
You know what it is?
You know what it is.
Joe.
Sully, man.
The savior is Jesus, but like Sully, he reminds me of that kid, like, you know, when someone tells him like wrestling's not real. Totally, just crack up.
I titled this one, for fuck's sakes, we can't keep doing this. And I used that title because there was some time where there was a car shooting in Australia, and the interviewer asked the car guys, the witnesses, so what happened? And the guy said, yeah, there was like a car and a guy, he shoot the car and he goes bang, 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 bang. And I titled that shaking my fucking head. So it's when you laugh at your own English. So you gotta play this shit, man, because Galofai, she was obviously trying to speak what sounds like Filipino dialect, so
Yeah.
Now, would you like to say something? Make a message to our viewers.
Mga kababayan ko, hindi po ako
Hindi, you can say in English kasi para maintindihan din nila.
all my fellow Filipinos.
Now this is my
Now
side.
this is my
Listen,
side.
look, and listen, and learn.
Listen and learn.
bang, 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 bang. For fuck's sake. Live on TV. Galofai.
Listen, look, and listen and learn.
Well, I just started following this Julie Hunger chick. She's the hairdresser. But it's the, oh dear, not this Fia Poko. And she's tinting a lady's hair. So she's obviously got the valley out. And obviously if you know bleach comes up purple when you valley it. And if you're doing, I think, a darker color, it's usually brownish. So listening to the chick in the chair, I think it's just a miscommunication. You know what I mean? They're both talking about two different things, but it's how it comes across, man. It's like, oh my gosh, can't make this shit up.
This is purple. That's blonde. No, it's not. Come on. This is blonde. I'm not stupid. Purple. Are you stupid? No, I'm This is purple. Why would you put purple? I have purple. No, honey, this is highlight. This is highlight. This is highlight. This is highlight bleach. This is highlight. It's purple. This is color purple right here. I'm about to do purple. That is not purple. That's like more like blonde. No, Honey, I know my shit. This is Poko. I mix this shit. I pretty much know my shit too. So I know what I'm doing. If I do it wrong, then I do it wrong. But I'm never wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I come out with all purple hair, there's no. This is purple. That is purple. Okay, just shut up. Let me do my job, okay? If I messed up, then I'm gonna fix it. Okay? Right. Yeah, just shut up and let me do my work. So you want this purple, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna do purple for you. This is blonde. This is bleach. This is purple, girl. That doesn't even make sense, but okay, whatever. Just wait. That's white. That is not purple. Hey, this shit is purple. That is white. Look at it. I said just wait. Just wait till I finish. This is purple. It's not.
I don't know. I give up. I give up, man. And this one is from is it 2020 or 2020?
Yeah.
And the guy is obviously trying to not say his dad. Just in the explanation. And it must be their program, the Shark, you know, how you explain your businesses, but it says the explanation. It's when you're at 590 words in your essay, but you need 600 words.
The manufacturing facility in Romania.
Yeah, so my wife's father-in-law.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
You own the manufacturing facility in Romania.
Yeah, so my wife's father-in-law owns a precision parts manufacturing company. He had a lot of extra square footage in his factory.
Your wife's father-in-law is your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You own the manufacturing facility in Romania.
Yeah, so my wife's father-in-law owns a precision parts manufacturing company. He had a lot of extra square footage in his factory.
Your wife's father-in-law is your dad.
Oh, no. I think I seen Kennigan's college for you, bro. And the last one, bro, this is the Livingstone Saga Tai Sia. So, point of view when you want to be the lead and the haka, but then on. So this guy's, I don't know, he's adding on his extras, eh? Always with the extras, man. So he's obviously sitting there. He's leading the haka and then, and they try and help him up, but so they just stick to the one actions, man. Check it out to you guys, man. I just have no words for all of these people.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a hard one. I'm going to go for. I hate Karen's, eh?
Yeah, she sticks out hard, eh?
Yeah, hard out of your eating lips, darling.
Nah, I'm gonna give it to the guy that was on the Shark Tank. Silly, like, what a dumb dude. My wife's father-in-law. That's like saying, hey, this is my daughter and my daughter's brother. Like, come on, man.
Fire up, man. Lungies, man. It's their only language too, English, or?
Yo, facts.
Shit.
I see.
Sure.
That was a good one. That was actually hard. Yo.
Thank you, boys. We get to what should I do? Food review. So I got a food review, right? So you know me, man. I love low slow barbecue. I love brisket. I love the American barbecue, man. And there's places out there that are really top notch, but it's expensive, boy. It's expensive, man. Especially the beef ribs. Those are expensive, but man, if you can have a special occasion and buy it, and then sink your teeth into it, your mouth watering, eh? It melts in your mouth. It's worth every penny. Eh? It's worth it, you know. And there's a few out there. There's some in Grayling. I like the one that's in Pakuranga. Smoky Wheels barbecue. They're good. There's one in Kumu. There's one. I think there's a new one in New Lynn. That's pretty good too. You know, but these places are expensive, man. Gotta go on special occasions, but it's worth the penny. Eh? The least, the place I've been to that's the least. When I say least, I don't mean bad, but I mean just it's probably the bottom of the list when you put all the barbecues on the list. They're like at the bottom of the list, right? And that place is Smokeland Barbecue in Henderson, and it's next to Alanau Hawaiian in Henderson on that strip.
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's
on
a
the main
small
street.
place.
Yeah,
it's a small place. I remember when they first opened, I went there to try it out. It was my least favorite, but it was okay. But every time I go there, the quality goes down and down every time I've been. right? And for me, loving that kind of food, like when I'm just there in the area and I see it, I'm gonna go buy some because I feel like it, But I'd rather have the real deal. But I go, and it's not like good, but it's good, but it's not that good, but it's good. I went there a couple of days ago to try it out because I was craving that food. And oh my gosh, this is the worst it's been. It's the worst, So it's so bad. It was so bad that I thought that they should shut down. They should just shut it down and just don't sell anymore.
Wow.
I mean, oh my gosh, I wasted my money. And the thing is, the prices are like the same prices, If you don't spend that much money at a barbecue place, you might as well go to fucking New Lynn or Smoky Wheels. I know it's a long way to go, or Grey Lynn. But this place, oh my gosh, it is honest. I got the pork ribs. They don't even leave it on the bone, man. They just take it off and put it in a container, which is weird. But it's soaked in barbecue sauce and soaked in some oil. But when you bite into it, it's dry. It's like, it's the worst, man. And then the brisket is sort of like the same. So I think what they do is they cook it overnight and then they leave it in some sort of, I don't know, I think it's in a plastic bag sort of thing, and they put it in hot water. To keep it warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when they present it, it's not even like, it looks like what it should be when you go to these barbecue joints, It's like all powered into a container. And just, it's yuck, man. It's yuck. So I paid $19 for the brisket, $19 for the pork ribs. And bruh, what a waste of money, man. Wasted my money. I didn't even finish the pork ribs. Like I just threw the rest away. It wasn't even worth it. Like, come on, man. Like, if you're paying that sort of money for food, at least have it be fresh or not dry. Or oh my gosh, I just can't believe how bad it was, And man, last time I ever go there, man, I should have done better. I shouldn't get the cravings because I got the cravings. That's why I went there. Yeah, it's better than nothing. But now I'm like, learn my lesson. It's like. Every time I've been there by probably maybe 4 times. 4 times. Each time I've been there, the quality has gone down. And this latest visit, quality is like below down. It's like negative. And the negatives is like, oh my gosh, man. Like, shut down already or do it properly. Or, I don't know, get someone that knows what he's doing and cook the food for you. Because it's like, what a waste of time, man. So that's Smokeland Barbecue, Henderson. Don't recommend it at all, man.
Yo.
I should have just went to L&L and got some lamb and macaroni and cheese and rice, man. Fuck.
I don't fun.
Damn, sorry.
What's the star rating? Star rating.
Yeah, so that's my my negative 5 out of my negative 5 out of 5.
Shit.
Shouldn't even be open, man. Like, wow. I mean, they probably have an A in hygiene, the A stuff, but the taste is a fucking Z.
No.
Wow. How dare you?
E for good effort.
Not even a half star shit.
Oh, man. The worst.
I think that's the first time I ever heard a negative. Like going into the negative stars.
That is the EOTC first ever minus stars.
Yo, that's a negative star.
God damn, it's in a Henderson.
That's crazy.
Come on.
You're not gonna pay $38 for that shit, man. What a waste of money. Anyway, that's the food review. Memory Lane. So come to Memory Lane and you put up Let's movie that we all know and love. A movie that we all grew up with. Kickboxer. Starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'll let you go first, Let's go.
Bro, I'll be honest, man. Like, I was just looking. I don't know why my algorithm like surfaced it, but I was trying to find a topic or like a post, and martial arts scenes came up. Jean-Claude Van Damme, the amazing scenes from the movie Kickboxer. Now, if you went to Custom Boys High School, bro, this movie's dialogue would have echoed through the schools, man. And it didn't matter what you were doing. Like, you know, you come in late to class and all of a sudden someone says, Naksuka. Everyone starts talking to each other, Naksuka, Naksuka. The class is going nuts, man. If someone white got an award, it was like that. It was like, Naksuka, Naksuka, bro. Even like in a serious moment, bro, you could always rely on the quotes from that movie to get you through the day, you know what I mean? And I believe it's a movie that wouldn't have just happened at Custon, it would have happened at other schools too. Because one year, I had a billet come from Taronga Boys, and I asked him the question, bro, what's that one movie at school that everyone quotes? And he goes, nah, straight up, check Figo through. Like, what's the movie? He goes, so you know the movie Kickboxer? I just started cracking up, bro. Because he knew word for word, eh? And I was like, laughing, man. But now, check it back at you guys, man. Can you remember the movie? And like, did you ever quote the movie at school or amongst your peers? Start with Eddie.
Shout out to my cousin David, bro. I remember we were drunk at a New Year's party or Christmas party. The man knew the dance. Remember when Van Damme was drunk at the bar? He knew the dance, bro. Move for move. Shout out to my cousin, man. Man. There's so many good parts to that, man. Even the entry, the song. The song at the beginning. The streets of Cyan, bro. That's totally everyone knows that, you know.
Hey, howdy.
And I remember, like, in rugby, if someone had, like, a little cut, and he would just look at me, you bleed like Millane. Yo, bro, there's so many good parts to that movie, bro. When he warned his brother, you shouldn't fight this guy. He's like, oh, yeah? Can you do this? Can you do that? Nah, man, what a movie. That's a cornerstone on everyone's, like, childhood, man. Nah, man, I love that movie, bro. Straight up. That'd be in my top 10, I reckon. Top 10 movies. Yo, how about you, Caps?
Oh, mate, that's an iconic movie, man. And it's one of those movies that probably is not famous overseas, but it's famous in New Zealand with our generation and with Islanders. And, you know, you can pick certain movies that are like that. You know, that certain movies that Islanders just love. And Islanders will have it as the ultimate movies in their top 10 best, the most greatest movies of all time. And these are movies that don't even do well anywhere else in the world, right? Yeah. These are low budget movies. Yeah, bro. And no one cares about it. No one talks about this movie when it comes to Van Damme films. Like, they're probably talking about the ones he did afterwards, right? But
Bloodsport and all that.
Yeah, Bloodsport and all that. But when it comes to karate movies, when it comes to like army movies, when it comes to action movies, when it comes to Arnold Schwarzenegger, when it comes to Sly Stallone and the 80s action movie, you know, Islanders are all over that, man. And these are the movies we grew up with, and these are the movies that we learn all the words to. And one of those movies is the gangster one, the Blood Out. That's another one.
Yep.
And it's all come back to us through Hodds, right? Because he does those videos, and he does the Samoan voiceover. And these are the movies we all love, because we all laugh at it, because we all know these movies off by heart, right? Because we all grew up with these films. Kickboxer is one of them. And Kickboxer is an iconic movie when it comes to Islanders, right? And you're right, Eddie, there's certain scenes in there that are iconic, like the dancing with those girls in the bar, you know, when he's drunk, the kicking of the
that's
kicking of the tree.
For me, is the kicking of the lao is the fucking that is the so even my leg break. Pack your bags and leave my house.
We got the villain Tong Po. We got the brother.
Yeah.
We got the brother who got injured and is out. You know, we got the Natsun Cow. We got the Bleed Like Mali line. Man, we got all those iconic scenes that we just always bring back and talk about it. And these words of the whole movie we know off by heart, you know? So it's an iconic movie when it comes to Pacific Islanders, man. And it's a famous movie when it comes to us, what we deem to be the most greatest movies of all. And this is this is definitely one of them. I was thinking about like Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I was thinking about, okay, what are my top 5 films? And I went down the list of his movies, and I thought that top 5, maybe I have top 3, because when I did my top 5, the best last 2 I had were crap movies, and they don't stand up. And that's the thing. Some of his later movies, like Double Impact, or Double Impact, or the one when he's fighting in the swimming pool,
Yeah.
I think it's called Lionheart, but when we had it, it was called when he's in his bike shorts and he's fighting in the swimming pool.
Wow, man, I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
But that movie, that was cool back in the days, but it doesn't stand up now.
Yeah.
Kickboxer stands up. And Bloodsport stands up too.
Yeah.
So when I look at my top three, my number one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie is not Kickboxer, it's Bloodsport.
Yep.
My number 2 is Kickboxer, and my number 3 is Cyborg.
Ooh.
So that's my top 3.
Damn. Mine would be similar to you, but my number 3 would be Universal Soldier.
That's good, eh?
Yeah, that's good.
I really enjoyed that. But man, I chuck Van Damme Kickboxer up there with Under Siege with Steven Seagal, Commando, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Aliens, Terminator 2. Like, we grew up on that, man.
I just crack up at the fact that Eric, American accent, then he's got the brother, he's got the broken fob accent, eh?
Yo.
Like brothers.
Because I think, what was it, they had the same mum? Was it, or something like that? Or the same dad? Like, they were half brothers, weren't they? Not full blood, or one was raised, and yeah.
I just laugh at the Freddie Lee scene, eh? Take me to him. Take me to him. You crazy? Freddie Lee, he'll kill everyone.
But you know the La'au scene? The kicking. So like, that reminds me like of every island Pyrenees. You know, go and weed the grass, but my hands are sore. Pack your bags and go outside and bed in the mouth.
Yeah, man, that scene. Those two scenes are the most funniest for me. He says, "For my leg, he will break." Your brother. Oh, I see. You want this? Hey, when Hearts and Horses did his one, bro, it's solid. Game over, bro.
Yo,
that was funny, bro.
Wrong Bit is that movie.
Oh yeah, Wrong Bit.
Wrong Bit, but it's Lionheart around the world.
Oh, yo.
Yeah, that was a movie I enjoyed when I was a kid. But when I rewatched it, maybe last year, I thought, man, this sucks.
Do you guys remember the movie where it was about a kid learning karate, and the bad guy was Van Damme?
Oh, no Treat, No Surrender.
Yeah, No Treat, No Surrender. That was good.
That was the first Van Damme movie I saw. He
Yo,
was a bad guy, yeah.
man.
For him in the splits, that's like a thing he does, eh? In every movie, like, it's amazing, eh? The man can do the splits. Sweet boys, any more on that?
Nah, sick.
Do some last words then. Let's go, Eddie.
My last words, man. Probably like keep going. Those would be my last words. Whatever you're doing, just you know, it's the start of the year. Everyone's on that kind of like new year, new me buzz. Man, just keep going, bro. Like, just stay consistent. Yeah, that's me. Sick.
Oh man, just wanted to say thanks for the words of encouragement and posting on the FC page, bro. It's been a minute. I had a bit of a heart-to-heart and deep talk with my girl Law, and I just wanted to share this moment like on here about it. And it was just me being a little bit angry at my old stance for not being here. So I decided to take up the mitts again with my daughter, one of my girls. And yeah, I keep watching a lot of Nonu's old videos of the boxing stuff that he did. And I've been using it to fuel me to, get back into holding the mitts and stuff. But yeah, I actually found out that a guy that I started to watch early days, he passed away. It was Coach Rick. So yeah, rest in peace to Nonu and Coach Rick, man, because they were sort of like inspired to learn the movements and stuff. So yeah, I promise Ed, I'll probably post up some more. The goal is to post one up on YouTube and let people see, like, if you just put your mind to something and just watching it free, So my last words is find encouragement and stuff that makes the fire burn, eh? Like for me, seeing Nonu's, like, to be honest, man, some of the form some of these gangies are throwing punches on his videos, it triggers me. Because it's like I wish that, like, he would have just reached out and I could have just helped him with it, So it's motivating me to train my girls to just have good form and learn how to hit mitts. But yeah, man, like Eddie said, man, just keep going, eh? So in saying that, you know what it is, get a Leti and live out.
Thanks, boys. My last words, just thinking about what we talked about with the topics today on the podcast. And thinking about, this year, 2025, start of the new year, and how we can make it better, or, like to things to get better. Like to have a good year and moving forward. But I agree with you guys, like, keep going, keep moving, don't give up. Eventually it will come. But yeah, man, just thinking about the topics and thinking about, doing right for yourself and doing right to other people, and just being a good person there. So just thinking about that, and also thinking about, like if you have a dream, don't give up on the dream. No matter who says, if someone out there says you can't do it, or tells you no, or tells you go somewhere else, like, don't give up, man. Just go somewhere else and do it. You can't let anyone stop you from doing what you want. So no matter what it is, so it's like having no excuse. There's no excuse. Life is hard. Life is gonna try and put you down. It just depends how you're gonna come up and stay up. So yeah, man, I was just thinking about that when I was thinking about the topics we talked about. And yeah, man, can't wait to do the next one next week. Have you guys back on board next Friday. It's Friday now, eh? We changed it to Friday. Is that what we're going to do? Save ourselves a weekend, a free weekend. But all good. Yeah, man, thanks, boys, for jumping on. Thanks, everyone, for listening. If you want to support us, you can go on our website. There's a support button there. Just tap on it, and I think you can donate $2 a month. Help us out, and we'll get some more content for you guys to enjoy. Remember to get 8 hours sleep. We'll see you next time. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yo.